Listen, Megan. I'm pregnant. I just entered my second trimester.
Congratulations. Wait, Jessica, were you married? When we met at the reunion last year, you said you were still single.
I'm actually still single. I can't marry the father of my baby yet.
Excuse me? You can't get married? Is there some special circumstance?
He's already married. He can't marry me because he has a wife.
What? You're involved with a married man? Jessica, that's complicated.
It's not ideal, I know, but when you fall in love, you can't always choose the perfect situation.
What? So you're planning to raise the child by yourself?
Of course I'm prepared for that. Since it's the child of the man I love, I'm definitely going to have it. But when I think about the child, it would be better to have a father, right?
That's true. It won't be easy, but I think you should talk with the father. One option is to have him take responsibility by divorcing his wife.
Really? You think so too, Megan? Then how about you divorce Ryan right away?
Huh?
Actually, the father of my baby is your husband. I'm pregnant with Ryan's child.
What?
I was prepared to raise the child alone, but I'd be really happy if you divorce him. I'm so glad you're such an understanding friend.
Wait a minute, the baby in your belly is Ryan's child? You were having an affair with my husband?
It's your fault for bragging about your husband all the time. At our middle school reunion, you wouldn't shut up about him. When I hear that kind of stuff, I have no choice but to steal him away.
Bragging? I don't remember talking about my husband to everyone.
You were bragging about how your husband is the son of a company president. Everyone was saying how envious they were, and you were eating it up.
I wasn't. Besides, the topic of my husband only came up because, by coincidence, there happened to be someone who had worked at his parents' company.
Oh, please. You engineered that coincidence perfectly. You made sure everyone knew you married into success.
What?
You were one of the plain girls in middle school, and it's always the plain ones who love showing off their success when they grow up. You were so slow on the basketball team that you lost your starting position.
That wasn't my intention.
You were just rubbing it in my face because I'm still single, right? Bragging about how you're the winner who married into money with a company president's son. Looking down on me despite being a former nobody. That's why I decided to steal your husband.
You had an affair with Ryan for a reason like that? And even got pregnant?
For the sake of my baby, please get a divorce. I'll be taking your place as the wife of the company heir.
No way.
Oh, and I'll also take your newly built house. A house with a yard is essential for raising children. The timing is perfect, since your house was just completed.
Huh? How do you know we just built a house? I didn't mention that at the reunion, and we just finished moving in.
Since I'm dating Ryan, of course I'd know that. Especially about that house. The south-facing living room is amazing, isn't it? I really like it.
What? How do you even know the floor plan?
The other day, we had a date at your house. You know, since I got pregnant, we need to think about the future and save money, so we've been having dates at home lately.
You're kidding. You mean he brought you into our home while I was away? He brought his mistress into our newly built dream home?
Right now, I might be his mistress, but I'm his future wife, and eventually this house will be mine too, so it's fine.
What?
Since you're going to divorce him for the sake of my baby, then he and the house will all become mine, right? When I marry him, I'll have to redecorate right away. I like the house, but the furniture and interior design aren't my taste. I guess a former plain Jane sense of style is the worst.
Excuse me?
I'm ready to marry Ryan anytime, so all you need to do is break up with him and leave. I'm pregnant with your husband's child, so I'll be taking your divorce and your newly built house too.
Fine. Good luck with that.
Just disappear already. Now I've hit the jackpot for a winning life. A plain girl like you getting a rich husband was the mistake.
Maybe you're right. Unlike me, you were always the center of attention in class and in clubs.
That's right. I was always at the top of the social hierarchy in class, and I was always chosen as a starter in clubs and stood out. It's absolutely impossible for a plain girl like you to stand out more than me.
I've signed the divorce papers, so you just need to fill out your section and submit them to City Hall. Well then, I wish you and Jessica happiness.
Huh? How did you find out suddenly? I've been so careful to hide the affair.
Jessica herself asked me to break up with you. She said she's pregnant. As she wishes, I'll divorce you.
No way! Wait, this is different. What happened with Jessica was just a fling, not serious. I don't want to divorce you!
What? You got her pregnant and you're saying it was just a fling? You've already gone way beyond that.
But...
A man who cheats on his wife is the worst, and abandoning responsibility after getting someone pregnant is even worse. Even if it was just a fling, you need to take responsibility since you got her pregnant.
Well...
And apparently, you even brought her to our newly built home. I don't want to live another day in a house where your mistress has been, so I'll be moving out today.
You found out about that too?
She must have been feeling cocky. She told me everything. She must be having quite the dream about stealing a company heir, too, not knowing you've been disowned and can't inherit the business.
Don't tell me you told her that!
I didn't bother telling her anything, but your reaction shows you've been hiding your family situation from her.
I wasn't hiding anything! I just didn't think it was necessary to mention!
Of course, because you just thought of her as a fling, right? There was no need to tell her you failed at starting a business in your 20s and embezzled money from your family's company, that you were disowned and removed from succession because of that.
Well...
Your relationship with your parents improved slightly when you married me, but they still haven't completely forgiven you for what happened back then, have they?
They said they'd forgive me when I paid back all the money I took, but I still have about $3,000 left to pay back.
You still have that much left?
It can't be helped. I want to pay it back and make things right with my family too. But the company I was working for went bankrupt and I'm still unemployed. I want to pay it back, but I don't have the money.
I'm guessing Jessica doesn't know you're unemployed, does she?
She doesn't know anything! Not that I can't inherit my family's company, not that I'm unemployed, and not that you're paying our mortgage because of it!
After all the support I've given you, I can't believe you had an affair.
That's exactly why! I've been holding back from having fun while desperately looking for work! But you seem to be enjoying yourself every day, going to reunions and stuff. When I was feeling frustrated and she came on to me, what choice did I have?
What choice? How about saying no? How about being faithful to your wife who's been supporting you through everything?
You don't understand what it's like to be a man in my position.
What position is that? The position of having a loyal, supportive wife who pays all the bills while you look for work?
The position of feeling like less of a man every single day! Do you know how humiliating it is to have my wife support me, to have no prospects, no future?
So this is my fault? Because I've been supporting us financially?
No, but Jessica made me feel like a man again. She looked at me with admiration, not pity.
I have never pitied you, Ryan. I believed in you. I thought we were a team.
I needed to feel like a man again, even if it wasn't real.
Don't you dare try to justify this. I can't continue this marriage with someone like you. I'll divorce you, so go do whatever you want with Jessica and your baby.
Thank you, Megan. You left the house right away and even signed the divorce papers. Thanks to you, we just got married a little while ago.
You're welcome. I'm glad you could become husband and wife before the baby is born.
Yes, now I can give birth with peace of mind. It's amazing. I've got the winning lifestyle with a successful father for my baby and a gorgeous new house with a yard.
If you're that happy, then divorcing him was worth it, though he was the worst husband ever for me.
Oh, sounds like sour grapes. That kind of attitude is pathetic, you know. It just makes you look pitiful and funny.
What?
Now I've finally gotten revenge for my long-held grudge. Of course the last laugh should be mine.
Wait, did I do something in the past to make you hold a grudge?
Huh? You don't remember? You stole my starting position for the last tournament in middle school. I was supposed to play, and then you even made a buzzer beater shot and stole the spotlight from me.
That was because you failed a test, wasn't it? Our middle school had a rule that anyone who failed even one test would be suspended from club activities. That's why I was moved up to starter. I just gave it my all in my first official game, and you've been holding a grudge all this time for that?
From that time on, I decided in my heart that I would never lose to you and that I would always stand out more than you.
I see.
Take that! I'm going to live happily with the husband and house I stole from you. You'll eventually take over the company and become president, and I'll have it all. A future company president husband and a brand new house.
Do as you please. It's all yours, so manage it responsibly. Though my disowned husband can't expect to inherit the company or any inheritance, and he's unemployed and can't pay the mortgage on the house, but it's all yours now.
Huh?
Go ahead and do whatever you want. If this helps you settle your one-sided grudge, it's a small price to pay.
Wait, what do you mean? Disowned? He can't inherit the company despite being the president's son?
Yep, that's right.
And he's unemployed? Is this for real?
Yep, that's right.
Stop giving me robot-like answers. Explain what's going on in more detail.
The truth is, he once started a company inspired by his parents, but he launched it almost on impulse alone, and when it quickly went downhill and he had financial troubles, he embezzled money from his family's company and ran off. That's why he was disowned.
What?
By the way, that company went bankrupt long ago. After that, he worked diligently at a factory to pay his parents back. Our marriage helped repair his relationship with his family somewhat, but his parents haven't completely forgiven him yet, so they've told him, "We will absolutely never let you take over the company."
How can he not inherit the company despite being the president's son? I thought he would eventually become president.
That's impossible. He hasn't even finished paying back the money he took, and his parents would never let a son who can't take responsibility inherit the company.
Wait, paying back? You mean he has debt?
He still has about $3,000 left to pay back, I think. But the factory he was working at went bankrupt, and he can't find a job, so he's proudly unemployed right now.
What?
That's why I was paying the entire mortgage on our newly built house. But now that I've divorced him and I'm gone, you'll have to work hard to pay it, Jessica.
Me?
Well, you're Ryan's wife now. If your husband is unemployed, his wife needs to help him out. Couples should support each other, right?
This is ridiculous. I never heard anything about this. Ryan always seems so relaxed and kind, exactly like a successful company heir. I can't believe he's actually unemployed, in debt, and disowned by his family.
Well, that's the reality.
Why did you even marry a guy like this? He was already disowned by his family when you married him, right? He was in debt and working at a factory.
I didn't really care about those things. I've always been plain and quiet. And I thought it was admirable that he had tried to start a business, even if he failed.
Huh?
Yes, he made the mistake of embezzling money from his family, but he was diligently working at the factory to pay it back. Everyone makes mistakes, and he was trying to take responsibility for his. I thought there would be no problem in marrying him.
What incredible generosity!
Not at all. After all, I couldn't forgive even a single incident of cheating, but he's unemployed, in debt, disowned by his family, and cheats on his wife. From now on, please support him as his wife. Well then, I wish you happiness.
Please, let's work things out, Megan. I'll find a way to get rid of Jessica somehow. I'll pay child support and take responsibility for the baby. Of course, I won't trouble you with the child support costs. I want to live with you in this house.
Oh, come on. You've already submitted the marriage registration with Jessica, right? You just married another woman and now you're saying this?
It's because you told her everything about my family and my debt. Because of that, Jessica suddenly started selling all my fishing gear and golf equipment and even said I can't have meals until I find a job.
Well, if you don't have money, it can't be helped. You're going to have a child soon, so some drastic measures are necessary for your future.
But you never did things like that, did you? Even when I couldn't find a job for a long time, you never complained, never interfered with my hobbies, and quietly paid for everything. Now I realize how precious you were to me.
It's too late to realize that now. I have no intention of getting back together with you. I don't know any man who would betray a wife who pays the mortgage without complaining. Well then, I'll be filing for alimony later, so please take care of that payment too.
What? You're asking for alimony in this situation?
Of course, we're divorcing because of your affair. You need to take responsibility for that.
But...
Oh, and I'm planning to claim it from Jessica too, not just you. So don't worry, you're not alone. You two can support each other while making the payments.
I know I've been a terrible husband, but I can be better. I will be better.
It's too late for that. We're divorced. You're married to Jessica now.
I'll divorce her. I'll file the papers tomorrow.
And leave your child without a father? I thought you were going to take responsibility.
I'll still support the baby. I'll be in its life, but I don't have to be married to Jessica to do that.
Figure it out with Jessica. I'm done being your problem solver.
Megan, please don't do this. Don't leave me with her.
You did this to yourself, Ryan. Now you have to live with the consequences.
Give Ryan back to me right now. I know you're hiding him somewhere.
Huh?
Today is the payment due date for this month. He needs to come home by today or we're in trouble.
Even if you tell me that, I'm not hiding him. Has Ryan disappeared somewhere?
That's right. He suddenly left and now he's not answering his phone. That man, after I sold his hobby stuff, he got angry and cheated on me with another woman right after we got married.
What?
So I lost it and broke his phone in half. Then he said, I can't live with a woman like this, and left.
A domestic dispute in your second month of marriage. Impressive.
I've had enough. Why is this happening to me? All I wanted was to be happy, so why am I the only one suffering like this?
Maybe it's because people who hurt others and steal from them can't find happiness.
What's that supposed to mean?
You deliberately pursued a married man. You knowingly tried to break up a marriage. Now you're upset that your relationship isn't perfect?
That's different. You two were clearly wrong for each other. He needed someone more exciting, more his equal.
And how's that working out for you?
Shut up! I don't want to hear a lecture from someone like you. Just tell me where he might be. You're his ex-wife, so you must have some idea.
No way. I can't understand what a lowlife like him is thinking. Actually, you might know his whereabouts better than I do.
How would I know? If I knew, I wouldn't be asking you.
You know, birds of a feather flock together, so your thought processes might be similar.
What did you say?
I'm just suggesting that since you and Ryan chose each other, you might think alike in some ways. Where would you go if you were in his situation?
I wouldn't run away from my responsibilities. I'm not a coward like him.
Well, good luck with your search. Your belly must be heavy with the pregnancy, but fight on with spirit.
That's it? That's all the help you're going to give me?
What exactly do you expect me to do, Jessica? I haven't seen or spoken to Ryan in weeks. I've moved on with my life.
You could at least try to help me find him. This is your fault too.
My fault? How is your husband's disappearance my fault?
If you hadn't told me about his financial situation, we wouldn't have fought. He wouldn't have left.
So, you'd prefer to have remained in the dark, to not know that your husband is unemployed and in debt?
Yes, we were happy before I knew. Ignorance is bliss.
Until the house gets foreclosed on and you're evicted with a newborn.
I would have figured something out. I always do.
I wish you luck with that, Jessica, and with finding Ryan.
So you really won't help me?
I've told you everything I know. Ryan and I are divorced. His problems are no longer my concern.
You're heartless, you know that, after everything we've been through together.
Everything we've been through? You mean like when you had an affair with my husband and got pregnant? Or when you demanded I divorce him so you could take my place? Those fond memories?
This is different. I'm in trouble now. I need help.
I'm sorry, Jessica, but I can't help you. This is between you and Ryan now. Jessica managed to find Ryan. Apparently, the place Ryan was hiding was in the doghouse at his parents' property. He'd been going to the employment office and doing day labor during the day, while sleeping there at night. His parents hadn't noticed at all, but Jessica's ability to find him is impressive. Ryan had been hiding his divorce from me, his affair with Jessica, and their marriage from his family. When everything was revealed on the spot, his parents forced him to sign a written pledge stating, "We will completely cut ties with you from now on. We won't give you any money and promise never to have anything to do with you again." Ryan signed it while crying, then returned with Jessica to their empty new home, where they had sold everything they could sell.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.